Hey, it's Cole McGuire here. I decided to do my World War II project on the book Parallel Journeys. It's a parallel journey between Alphonse Heck, a member of the Hitler Youth, and Helen Waterford, who was a Jewish prisoner in a Nazi concentration camp. So let's turn the page here. Okay, so slide 2. This book is set during the reign of the Third Reich in World War II. The book features, two storylines from two real people in the real world today, on opposite sides of the Third Reich. Alphonse was a member of the Hitler Youth. Helen was put in a concentration camp. The book focuses mostly on the hardships of both sides, but with Alphonse, there were much more luxuries. This weird cartoon I drew down there was supposed to symbolize anti-Semitism, and this graph shows Aryan and then Jews, the Aryan race and then the Jewish race. Alphonse and Helen were on opposite sides. Okay, slide 3. Okay, the main good guys of the story are Alphonse, even though he's a member of the Hitler Youth, he's still a good guy, and Helen, who's a good girl. Now they both are on different sides, but they are both on the different sides during the occupation of the Third Reich, which was the Nazi Party, who was ruled by Hitler, who's pretty much the main bad guy. Okay, two scenes from the book that really stood out to me were the scene from Helen, where she came face to face with Dr. Mengele, the Death Angel. Dr. Mengele picked the people who would live and die, and that's why I drew this picture of a weird Death Angel. Then the scene from Alphonse that stood out is when at the end of the war, when the Nazis and the members of the Hitler Youth were learning about the concentration camps, and they refused to believe it, so the French soldiers were beating him and his friends. Okay, I did a comparison between World War II and Parallel Journeys. Pretty much the same. The rise of Hitler, the rise of the Third Reich, the brainwashing of German children, the beginning of anti-Semitism, the discrimination of Jews, the mass genocide of Jews, the concentration camps, the Battle of the Bulge, and then these both led to the fall of the Third Reich and inevitably the fall of Hitler. This book greatly improved my understanding of history because it gave a good viewpoint of World War II from both sides. Most of the time we only look from the side of the Jews, from the sides of the winners, because winners write history. That's how it works. It also showed that even though these people were on opposite sides, they eventually came together to write this book and narrate and travel all over the country to talk to people about what it was like to be on both sides. And it takes a strong person not to hate for absolutely no reason. Helen is the only Jew, apparently, that, as she said, one of the only Jews who doesn't hate Alphonse just because he was a member of the Hitler Youth. Anyway, that's the end of my paper slides on Parallel Journeys.